upset with things. On the other hand, she comes here and she says, "No, this was a terrible thing." Well, you know what? She even here, when I asked her, "Well, what impact did it have on the jury?" She couldn't say. Well, it's up to them. And you know, Judge Wagner, who's the presiding officer in this thing, wanted to know, and the answer is they have no evidence that there was any impact.
The totality of Jordan's testimony was quite damning. The massage in the back, the massage in the slip of the feet.
Bizarre request.
Yeah, exactly. Accusations of creating a hostile work environment, pick up the trash. It was just, I guess, the enormity of all of it that kind of made it.
Well, you got to hear the other side, because that's what he claims, okay? And he also claims that if he tells one thing and he tells something that's diametrically opposed to it, they're both true, and that's not a lie. When you have a man who does stuff like that, can you believe anything that the man is saying? I don't think so.
What about the fact that she was in a position of power, though? That it had to be difficult to bring a complaint to essentially a boss, but a boss that's a judge. That'd be awful intimidating.
Well, apparently he brought the complaints at some point in time. The question was, did he bring it on his own volition, or was he persuaded to do that? Well, what we have over here is a situation where he didn't complain. He could have just said to the judge, you know, Judge, I don't know if I should be doing this. He didn't have to come out and directly confront her, and still he could have said, you know what, I really would prefer not to. And if she said you have to do it, then he would do it. He never even did that. So the fact that she was a judge, and the fact that he came in, and the fact that he didn't complain, it's up to, again, the commission has to prove that there was something that she did that was wrong. And you can say, well, you know, maybe this and maybe that. Maybe this and maybe that is not a basis upon which you remove a judge from the bench.
What about her speaking for herself today?
What about her?
She cut in. Normally, we let their attorney speak. She spoke up quite a lot
Remember this. She is my co-counsel. She happens to be the respondent in this case, but she's also an attorney of record in this case. And I allowed her to make certain comments because there were certain parts of the case that I felt it would be better for her to make the argument. But I've been the one who's been cross-examining the witnesses, and that's what I will do with regard to the rest of the witnesses.
Do you believe that you're getting a fair hearing before the discipline commission?
We'll see at the end of the case.
Oh, but just today.
We'll see at the end of the case.
So do you think there'll be more fireworks tomorrow as far as bringing up her defense against these accusations, especially when it comes to not so much the jury, but going against the bailiff?
Well, you know, we have a bailiff. We have one bailiff. You know, we're going to end up with Judge Hardcastle showing that some of the things that he said even were not true. If you listen to Johnny Jordan, he says one thing in direct examination. He can answer all those questions. Just notice how he was answering them. The prosecutor asked him questions. He didn't have a problem. Now, I admit that I speak with a Brooklyn accent, but I still think that everybody can understand what I'm saying. And I didn't use any kind of words that aren't normally used. I didn't use any kind of technical legal terms. And why was it that he could answer her questions, but when I started asking questions he didn't know, he couldn't understand, he became hostile, he became vitriolic. The man stood up and started getting into some kind of a violent pose. Then he went out and had this other, I don't know what to say, theatrical, I'll just call it a theatrical moment. I have some other things I would say about it. We'll probably have family stations here, so I'm not going to say those. But